Giorgia Meloni speaking.
Hi, dear Prime Minister. Nice to hear you. Nice to meet you. So, thank you for your time. And
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good now. I heard many bad news. So what is the situation?
Yes, the situation is a bit difficult. Anyway, the situation is very difficult for us to manage in this time. We've had from the beginning of the year, so in 9 months, more than 120,000 people who came mostly from Tunisia. So a situation which is very difficult on every side, on the humanitarian side, the logistics side, the security side. So I'm having, and what I see is that these flows risk to be increased for the situation that's going on in Africa, moreover in the Sahel, but also with the problem of the grain and all the problems that you know quite better than me. We are working also with the European Union for a memorandum with Tunisia to help, not only managing migration. I mean, my idea is always that you have to do both the things. From one side,
I agree absolutely, and I just met with Charles Michel, and we had a conversation about the situation. And he said that the problem is that Italy can't stop them, and he thinks it is a problem mostly from Italian side, as he told me.
Yeah, absolutely. Europe has thought for a lot of time that it could solve the problem closing it in Italy. What they don't understand is that it is impossible. The size of this phenomenon is something that involves, in my opinion, even not only the European Union but the UN. But the problem is the others, they don't care. They didn't always also respond to the telephone when they pass by, and they do all agree that only Italy has to solve this problem alone. It's a very stupid way of saying things.
I tried to talk to Macron, but he also refused to understand my position. I also think that it is not fail of Italy.
Can I ask you something between me and you? And I know you will be. Do you think what is happening in Niger, for example, is something against France?
I see, especially now because of they demanded.
Okay. Anyway, I see that France is a bit pushing for kind of intervention. But I'm trying to understand how we can support a diplomatic effort.
Any military action.
We have to be careful.
Yeah, of course, because France really they don't understand what will be other consequences. It will lead to another migration crisis if it will be military operation, because now we see the big risks.
But you know, but they have got other priorities which are not migration in nations like Niger, as you know. So their point of view is not necessarily mine. I mean, yes, they've got the uranium and they've got the FCA. So they've got some priorities which are national priorities for France. That's why we are trying also to tell them we have to be come si dice, we don't have to do things that can create more problems than those we already have.
But another problem is how to work in line of new Black Sea initiative. What do you think about unblocking some Russian banks in this line?
I think we have to discuss it. I think we have to find a solution for instead the situation is impossible to face for us. So there must be solutions found for it. I've been also discussing it in the G20.
We already did
a meeting.
So, yeah.
Yes, in the meeting about Africa, we've been discussing it. If we allow Russia to blackmail us, that could be always worst. But if we don't find other solutions, becomes a problem that is impossible. So somehow we have to go out from that. Somehow Poland could be the right way, but I see they're having problems. So
I think that the problem is we all expected that war could finished because of fine Ukrainian counteroffensive, but now I see that it is not so successful as we expected now. So it means that the war is not finished, and it's what my friends in the continent, they are waiting for any peace negotiations or any negotiations between Ukraine and Russia to stop that conflict.
Yeah, I understand that. And also migration, and also all the problems that we are having, and inflation, and the prices of energy.
And inflation,
that makes it very difficult.
The winter is coming too. The winter is coming too, and we don't know what will be this time.
And that is one of my strategy plans, as you know, on which I'm trying to discuss with the other European countries about this plan of investments for energy in Africa. I think that could be, well, it's not immediate, absolutely, when you begin doing investments. First days of November, we will present here in Rome, in this conference, our Mattei Plan for Africa, which is this kind of involvement in investments, moreover in energy for African countries to produce the energy they need and also to export if they can. Next year, we will also lead the presidency of the G7.
Yeah, I know.
And I would like to focus our presidents of G7 moreover on the topic of Africa.
Yeah, I see.
We are going to an era where we can't manage it no more. It's already too late.
May I ask,
so we have to move.
May I ask?
And that is what I will say.
Yeah, may I ask, what do you think about the plans of some officials from the UK to send some migrants in Rwanda?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I haven't discussed. I don't know which are the elements of this deal. Yeah. For the problem that we have is also that these people coming illegally are impossible to integrate. We don't know they lost lots of time for the time that we process their requests, and then many of them will lose. Some of them they finish in the hands of criminal organizations.
Yeah, but
some of them they go in other countries and they try to send them back, and
but does the European Commission understand this?
What?
Does the European Commission understand this? That it is...
The European Commission says that understand it. The problem is how much time it needs to give concrete answers. For in the conclusions of the European Council, in the words of Ursula von der Leyen, they absolutely understand it. But when you ask them to take the money, to invest, to help, to discuss with these countries, well, that becomes more difficult. I have to say the truth.
Yeah, of course.
It is also about Tunisia. I organized this memorandum between Europe and Tunisia that President Zayed signed with us in the middle of July, but he didn't see €1 yet.
How do you estimate the conflict in Europe between Ukraine and Russia? How long it will take to understand what is the position? You had conversations with President Biden and others, so...
Well, I see that there is a lot of fatigue, if I have to say the truth, from all the sides. We're near the moment in which everybody understands that we need a way out.
Yeah.
The problem is to find a way out which can be acceptable for both without destroying the international law. I've got some ideas about it, on how to manage this situation, but I'm waiting to the right moment to try to put on the table these ideas I've got.
But you see that Ukraine is not successful
to do these things.
But you see that Ukraine is not successful. Ukraine is not so successful as we expected, as we all expected for this spring.
The counteroffensive of Ukraine is maybe not going as they were expecting.
Yeah.
It is going, but it didn't change. I mean, the destiny of the conflict.
Yeah.
So everybody understands that it really could last many years if we don't try to find some solutions. The problem is, which is the solution acceptable for both without opening other conflicts? You know what I think about Libya. No, maybe you don't know, but we could discuss it for hours, my friend. What it happened to Libya. Maybe today somebody understands that the situation after was not so good.
Yeah, it's true.
Was not better.
And it is another crisis. It is energy crisis.
Make our brain work.
Yeah. And now we also need money, but we don't ask any other institution like the European Commission give us money. But I see that all money of the European Union is going on Ukraine now.
What I'm working on is to let them come to Africa too. That is my first commitment, as you know, if you follow a bit what I go around telling everybody from the Americans until NATO, I'm saying all over that we have to take care about Africa. So
I also don't agree with the national ideology of Ukraine. I mean Bandera, that they're nationalists, because it is that thing that Russia especially hates.
No, I didn't understand that. You don't agree with
nationalists inside Ukraine. I mean they're ultra nationalists like Banderas or.
Well, they are no. I don't agree on that. They have the right to do that. I think the problem with nationalism is a problem that Putin has.
I'm talking about Stepan Bandera. Stepan Bandera, he is like a person who Russia presents like Hitler.
Well, I don't know that. I think that they are doing what they have to do and what is right to do, and we are trying to help them.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, Madam Prime Minister, thank you for this conversation. I need to go.
No, thank you. I hope that we can have also other occasions. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.